Damn! Good morning. So, I bought me one of them stupid expensive street boards, those long boards that are electric. I wanted something to have some fun on and tool around with, so I did a bunch of reviews to figure out which one I wanted to invest in, and I ended up choosing the Backfire G3. It is a pretty rowdy board. So, if you have the money to buy something like this, I say go for it. If not, I would avoid, because these things can get very expensive. I did a ton of research. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wanted something that was going to fit all my needs all the way around, minus off-road. And I was playing with this last night and having a good time. Comes with onboard lighting. It'll go 30 miles an hour. Like, this is a stupid skateboard, and it has 60 amps of acceleration. That is insane. This is insane, the amount of acceleration that this board has. This puts the boosted boards to shame, but I mean, that's, you know, it's an in-between intermediate board. It's not a beginner board, and it's not an expert board. This is something that you can go fast on or just cruise and tool around on and have a good time. It's kind of what I bought it for. Quad retrieval in parking lots, stuff like that. Or just, you know, I don't want to take the motorcycle or my truck. I'm just going to take this thing out for the day and cruise it. 20 miles of range, that's insane. Now, it's rare that you find a manufacturer that actually is honest about their range. So I did a whole bunch of research, watched a bunch of reviews, and found out that most people that weigh up to 250 pounds are getting 18 to 20 miles in sport mode, cruising at, you know, 18 to 22 miles an hour the whole time. This thing even has a turbo button. You can ride in turbo mode full speed until the battery dies if you want, and that'll go 28 to 29 miles an hour, something like that, 30 miles an hour. But most people just in sport mode, cruising up and down hills, you know, just full bore the whole time in sport mode, are still seeing 18 to 20 miles of range on this thing. And that still has like 25% battery left once you've reached those. So most people are actually getting closer to 25 miles of range out of one of these before they need a charge. And the crazy thing about the B3 Backfire is that it charges in an hour because it's got a 60 amp charge pack in it. That's insane. It is insane. I would feel comfortable riding this all the way downtown Tampa and back. No problem, no questions asked. I could take this to my appointments in Brandon, Florida from Temple Terrace. I could ride this thing on the sidewalks or the street, feel comfortable the whole time doing it. I mean, if you didn't want to make a huge investment in a gas scooter where you pay a couple, you know, $2,000, you could get something like this that'll, you know, potentially last a long time, cared for and well taken care of. It has two 450 watt rear hub motors on this thing back here. And so, I mean, that's a lot. 450 watts, that's a lot, but it comes with two of them. So just under 1,000 watts. However, it is well managed power, right? It's not having to distribute it to a chain or a belt drive or a long system like the big electric scooters have. It's directly to the wheel current. So the acceleration on this thing is nuts. Even for a bigger rider, it is crazy. I put it in sport mode. It scared the bejesus out of me, and it wasn't even in turbo mode. So so far I've been cruising it in EcoBoost, having a blast. This comes with a lot of neat features. Comes with onboard lighting at night. I'll go ahead and just show that to you. Hold this down. This turns on, gives you kilometers, backfire, tells you about your board. So we'll turn on the board here. We'll get that going. Now you can see that it's connected. Gives you the battery range for the skateboard, and it gives you a trip log right there. It tells you that it's an E, which is EcoBoost. I know you guys can't really see that very well. It says E for EcoBoost. It says kilometers an hour. I got to figure out how to get that over to miles per hour. So when you're cruising, you can look down and be like, oh, I'm going 20, 25 miles an hour, which is pretty cool. But if you hold this button down and tap it twice, it turns on the lights. Tap it again, lights go off. Kind of crazy. And then it has this awesome USB charger on the fly. So if you want to charge your cell phone, or let's say you want to run some headlights or some underglow kit on this, you just plug in the USB plug right there, and you got instant power no matter wherever you're at. That's crazy. This board is crazy. So we're going to take this out and have a little bit of fun. Show you guys what I can do. It's a mix of fiberglass and bamboo flex board. So no use. Just my road at night. Alrighty, before we get started here, I want to talk about equipment because I've seen a bunch of people riding with GoPros and all you hear is wind, so I did put my Windjammer 2.0 on my GoPro, so hopefully that cuts out a lot of the wind. You'll probably hear the road noise, which is fine, but you'll be able to hear my voice, and hopefully we'll be able to cut out like 90% of the wind. And I'll be using my selfie stick to capture different angles. I'm using some skidder gloves, my motorcycle gloves, and I ordered this helmet. I'm not too impressed by it. It looks a little weird. Thought it was going to be a little cooler than this. It ended up being too wide. It looks weird, but for now, until my full face race helmet comes in, we're just going to rock this thing. And then my glasses and obviously my backpack here. Normally my drone would go on here if I had my drone and all my gear with me. So, but I don't. We're just doing a trip to the grocery store 2.1 miles away today, and we're gonna see how this thing does. I'm gonna ride in eco mode, and if I get more comfortable, we'll put it in sport mode and cruise and see what happens. So let's put 4.2 miles on the board today, see what my thoughts are. If there's one thing Tampa is known for, it is crummy roads and sidewalks. Like, we have the worst roads and sidewalks ever. So I'm gonna try to be very selective about the roads that I choose. So let's get underway here. Bear in mind, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just jumping on this thing and we're going for it. This is a flex board. I am, oh gosh, let me put my finger in the trigger there. So I've got this finally set for miles per hour. I think I can look at my overall speed and stuff when I get back. I believe we are set for eco boost. So what do we got, this thing in reverse? Do I have the board backwards? I do have the board backwards. Look at that. That's how much of a newbie I am. I go to push forwards and I go the wrong way. That's always exciting stuff. All right. Ah. Damn, this board is flexy. Yeah. Got me my milk. That's all I was here for. That's it. Quick 2-mile ride. No gas wasted. Got me some milk. All right. Let's turn this board on, see if I can kill myself again. Turn that on. Hey, connected into eco mode. Wow, that car has an annoyingly loud engine. Alright, so push you guys out there a little bit further. Go ahead and angle this back slightly so you can see what's going on. Let's see if I can go out here and hurt myself again. This thing is wild, man. Alright, it's the leaning I gotta get used to. I gotta figure that forward lean out a lot more. Let's go. All right, first day, I'm not doing too bad. Oh, I didn't even check my trip. Didn't even check my trip. Damn it, that's all right. We know how far, because I looked it up. I looked it up, that's how we know how far. So we're gonna put 4.2 miles on this thing. Alright, so that's hard braking right there. That's how long it takes to really apply the brakes. Wonder if you can double tap. No, that doesn't do anything. Alright, let's go wide here, because this tried to kill me last time. That's what I was slowing down for. So, there we go. Alright, up a hill. God, there's so many big bumps. Ah! Ow. Damn, those things really hurt and they almost stop you dead. Jeez. There we go. I really wish they wouldn't put those little things there. Those are annoying. Oh, this person's turning. Stop. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with eco mode. That's how long it took me to stop. See? I wonder if I can get in and adjust some of the settings on the board, because I don't like to ride around in sport mode constantly. I like eco mode. It's a little more friendly on the throttle. So I decided to go around some of those big bumps through this parking lot. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. There's little crunchy things, but I think we survived, so let's go. Up, big incline, yo! Alright, brakes fully applied. Look at how long it took to slow down. Now I'm going to put this in sport mode. So there's sport mode. I'm going to give her some juice and hit the brakes. Instantly apply. So sport mode, Eco mode, especially if you're a beginner, you really need to, like, I don't know, learn your machine a little bit before you go out and try to take it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Back into sport mode. We got a straightaway. Let's get it. Back up to 20 miles an hour. We were just cruising. Coming through. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. There's 23 miles an hour. We're cruising. Start hitting the brakes coming up on the stoplight. Yeah, we dusted the old guy. He's still sitting back there like, what the hell's going on here? All right, let's go. Up a hill. Yeah. Yeah, this thing does great on the back roads. Cars aren't running you over, just cruising, man. As long as you can keep up with the flow of traffic, they don't seem to care. Going up a big hill, no problem. This board just ate that hill up. Start slowing down for the stop sign. Nobody's coming. Nope, we're going into the right. Let's go. Let's go! Crazy. Hitting the brakes. Tapping them coming in. Not even being bothered. Alright, let's go. Bye, stop sign. Yeah. Cruising. 23 miles an hour, just cruising. Oh, buddy. I gotta tie my helmet down, apparently. Bumps here. Down to the golf cart people. Let's go. Yeah, we good. go. Get it. Brakes. That's me lightly applying them to stop coming into my driveway. And we are back. Stop. Tell you what. Yeah, I was riding it in sport mode the whole time and I still have 4 bars of battery. That's crazy. Almost the whole time. We were switching in and out of eco mode on the sidewalks and stuff, but that's impressive because I'm a 230-pound dude. Normally these things are for about 185, 170-pound riders. But I have seen a bunch of larger YouTubers using these things, and they said they're still getting 16, 18, 20 miles of range. So I would say that's probably pretty accurate considering we just did 4.2 miles and I'm only down 1 bar of battery. So impressive. I must say, impressive. So there you go, guys. That is the G3. I'm gonna spend some more time on this, wait for my other helmet to come in, see if I can convince any of my buddies to go out and do some vlogging with me and take out some drones and go ride down 301 because there's a really long trail out there and I think that would be a good time. So the G3 Backfire, I think it was released 2 years ago. This one's brand new and it's working great. I think after we cycle the battery a few times too, it'll probably get even better. So not too shabby. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm impressed how far batteries have come, to be honest with you. So let's turn this off. Off. Turn this off. Off. And we are done. Let's go pack it up, put it on the charger, and we'll play around again later. Deuces.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.